Praise Yahuwah. And we back with the book of Genesis, chapter 19, and the at Cepher, Hebrew scripture, restoration. Chapter 19. And there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold now, my Adonai, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And they pressed upon him greatly, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him. And he entered into his house, and he made them feast. And he made them a feast, and did bake matzah, unleavened bread, tortillas, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round around, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. Verse 5. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in unto you this night? Bring them out to us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, I have two daughters which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do unto them as is good in your eyes. Amen. Only unto these men do nothing. So before you get mad at our Creator, this is Lot's choice. This is Lot's choice. Right? He could have just been like protecting his daughters and not letting nothing happen to the men. But, oh my goodness. So where they take it out of context in Christianity is because they obviously men trying to rape some men. But the thing is not that they're gay. It's that they trying to violently rape someone. Come on now, we gotta make some sense. They trying to violently rape people. Like, it would be different if they was in covenant. Now, I can't say nothing, but you gotta pray. But look at the situation that's going on here. They surrounded the house, everybody, and is trying to take these men's butt. Okay. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will need to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with you than with them? And they pressed sore upon the men, even Lot, and came near to break the door. In verse 10, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with violence, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the man said unto Lot, Have you here any besides son-in-law and your sons and your daughters? And whatsoever you have in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahuwah. So Yahuwah sent his children, the ministering servants, to the earth to see if everybody's prayers that have been being assaulted by the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were true. And the angels came and seen that it's true. So you never know. Like, so people who don't know scripture think that the angels are aliens, right? That's who people are referring to when they're talking about aliens. Either the fallen angels, which are also called watchers, or the holy ones, the holy angels. And so, yeah, scripture tells us that they watching us and keeping tabs on us and going back and forth, and telling the Father. Got to get into the history and know how things work. And Yahuwah has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spoke unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahuwah will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. He thought like they were laughing at him, like, look at this dude talking about some angels is coming to destroy the city. What? Get out of my face, right? Like, little kids being disrespectful. Like, imagine kids today, right? Like, their parents come tell them, like, come on, we got to get out of here. The angel's about to destroy the city. What? Right? And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take your woman, your 2 daughters, which are here, lest you be consumed in the iniquity, the sin of the city. So then Lot didn't even leave. He stayed there all night because his sons-in-law laughed at him, right? He didn't even get out. Praise the Most High. The Most High was still looking out for him, even though he didn't make the right decision. While he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand. So while he's still wasting time, the angels grabbed his hand. And upon the hand of his woman, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, Yahuwah being merciful unto him, right? Yahuwah being merciful unto him, right? Because he was about to be up in it. And they brought him forth and set him without the city. Like, he hadn't even made his mind up. Yahuwah just was merciful to him and saved him, because he was still probably worried about being laughed at, or whatever the reason is that he didn't leave, like the urgency was. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for your life, look not behind you, neither stay in all the circle of the Jordan. Escape to the mountain, lest you be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Yahuwah. Behold now. And so this is an angel that he's talking to, but Lot answered him, thinking it was Yahuwah, right? Because the angels identify who they are. They are servants of the Most High. But Lot answered and said, Oh, my Yahuwah, behold now, your servant has found grace in your sight, and you have magnified your mercy, which you have showed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape there. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted you concerning this thing. Also, that I will not overthrow this city for which you have spoken. See how he prayed and asked, please let me make it to this city, and I'll live. And the angels must have had the authority from the Most High to answer that prayer, right? And they didn't overthrow that city, which they were going to overthrow. Right? So we're supposed to be praying for people. This thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for which you have spoken. Make haste, escape there, for I cannot do anything till you are come there. So Lot must be covered by the prayer. Lot is covered by the prayer of Abraham, right? Because as you read scripture, you see that Lot is not, seeking Yahuwah wholeheartedly, right? He doesn't even know who he is when an angel calls out to him, right? But because his uncle is praying for him, he's not destroyed. And then because he prays, his prayer is answered. We got to have communication with the Father. You see, nobody is going to churches, though. They having direct conversations with the Most High. We need to do the same. The Most High never changed. Make haste, escape there, for I cannot do anything till you are come there. Therefore the name of the city was called Soar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Soar. Then Yahuwah rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahuwah out of the heavens. And he overthrew those cities, all the circles of the Jordan. So the angels was there and Yahuwah still did the work from heaven. And all the inhabitants of the city and that grew up upon the ground. Wait, hold on. Did I read that right? And all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. But his woman looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahuwah, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the circle of the Jordan, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when Elohim destroyed the cities of the circle of the Jordan, that Elohim remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. Yep, see, it tells you, right? Yahuwah saved Lot because of Abraham. He remembered Abraham and saved Lot when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Soar and dwelt in the mountain. And his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Soar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. Man. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come unto us. See, they could have prayed, because there was a lot of people on the earth. This was how little faith they had. Because it was definitely, Abraham is alive. All of his people. If you read in the book of Jasher, there's so many more people alive. They just didn't have any faith, and they did not pray, and they made some crazy decisions, like people be doing. We will get into this. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. So they thought they were the last people on earth living in a cave. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Could have prayed. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father. And he perceived not when she laid down, nor when she got up. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also. This is my least favorite part of scripture. And go in and lie with him, but I can't just leave stuff out, so we're going to read it. That we may perceive seed of our father. They made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down or when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger she also bore a son, and she called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Okay. And we're going to end this one there, and we're going to get back into chapter 20 next time. Praise Yah. Have not because you ask not. Ask for husband, anything. When we start doing things, I'm going to get out of here.